Alright, so here we are. This is going to be the full review on the new backtesting feature. Now, if you're going to quickly go onto the top left and click on that, then you'll see that it says backtesting soon. For you, the user, it is already going to say backtesting, and you can just click on it when the video is going to come out. Now, I'm going to do a full review on the entire backtesting. So let's just start with our session name. Let's just call it demo for now. Now, here we have a bunch of different instruments, and keep in mind, we are expanding our entire arsenal of having more and more instruments. And if your favorite pair is missing, then just let us know. Join our Discord, it's in the description down below, and then from there on we're going to be adding it as soon as possible. Now, we can also just set the starting date as random if we really want to, and I'm actually going to do that, and then we can decide our capital. I like to keep it simple, so we're just going to keep it at 100k. It's a round number, and then here we can also adjust the spread and the commissions. I am going to leave them off for now, but that is up to you if you really want to. So, and here we are. This is basically going to be how it's going to look like when you just start it out right from the box. Now, there's a couple of things that I like to do personally, and I don't really see that in any other journal to this extent. The very first thing that I like to do is basically make the entire backtesting session my own. Because as of right now, who really likes to trade with these green and red candles? Let's all be honest, guys. So I like to have a white background, grid lines, I don't like them at all, so I'm going to remove that. Text color is going to be black, bullish candle, it's going to be a little bit darker, then the border, black, awake black, bearish, now the body is going to be a little bit darker, just like so, border black, awake also black, crosshair, I don't like at all, and yeah, now these settings in here are the basics, let's all be honest, right? You have seen them everywhere. However, where tradelens is really shining is at its customization. Now you can basically adjust every single parameter that you would like to do. Now personally, I like to have an entire outline of the body counts, right? So you can actually adjust that, and you see it is all going hollow. I don't really like that, but if that's up to you, then you can also do it. You can see we can adjust the entire outline of the candles to have them thicker and kind of just make them look like a cartoon in that sense. And here's going to be my personal favorite of all customization features in tradelens. Let's click on enable shadows. Already see in the background, our candles are now having a shadow. Now quickly, we all know that we don't really need this in order to backtest, but I want to feel at home when I'm backtesting. I not only want to backtest mindlessly for hours and keeping on journaling every single trade, which by the way, tradelens is going to be automatically doing for you. We'll get into that in just a second, but I want to basically enjoy the entire process. How many times have we seen it? We go on a backtesting session, we look at the charts, we do it for a couple of hours, and then we're just going to get sick of it. Why? Because it's the same stuff over again. That's exactly why we believe that having your backtesting layout as customized as possible depending on your needs. With that, it's still not done, right? So we can basically adjust the entire blur intensity. I'm just going to keep it at that, right? And also vertical offset, just like so. Now let's go to the session. Here you're going to be having all of the different session times. You can adjust them manually if you want to. Now we're also going to be adding even more to that, so you can also have a custom session. So perhaps you are trading 5 different sessions, if that's up to you. That is also going to be coming out very soon, and I'm going to leave that off for now because I pretty much already know my session time. Then you have your basic parameters. For example, for me personally, I don't really like to have the entire crosshair. We have already blurred it out anyways, but I'm just going to disable them just in case. Now here you're going to have the magnet strength. The magnet strength is basically going to determine how much away, so if you're looking at my cursor, how much away can I be from this entire wick, and the magnet is still going to snap whatever I'm drawing onto that candle, right? I personally just set it up straight away to 300, so it's as snappy as possible, but if you're looking for something more automatic, then you can also do that. Now, this is one of those features where you don't really need it, but it's just great to have. Like, let's all be honest, we love to see something like that, because once again, your journal, your backtesting should be your very own. If you want to include SpongeBob as your wallpaper, you can do that. Now, of course, whether or not you should be doing that and whether or not this is ideal is a different question, but tradelens has way more to offer than just its customization features. And lastly, these are going to be the shortcuts. Now, these are not the default ones. I've already adjusted them to however I like to have them, but you can do them as you want to. So let's just say that you want the trend line to be on Alt and T. So you can also include multiple different keybinds to assign to a specific tool. Now with that being said, I am going to keep my promise. Tradelens has way more to offer than just its customization features. So quickly, let's go on to the daily time frame and have a quick session. So here we are. And what I personally like to do is skip this entire candle. So as you can see, we're having this entire movement right now. And what I will be looking out for would basically be trading into that low, since we're already having that entire movement onto the downside. With that being said, now I'm already going to drop down onto the 1 hour time frame, and let's see what we're going to get. We're currently at the 23 a.m. candle from here, which is going to be taking a trade. Now you can also get it to the exact pip or point, whatever you're trading. That is of course going to depend on you. Now don't mind me, I am just trading something a little bit more unique. However, that is the point of the video. You can trade however you want to and you're not restricted in TradeLens. So from here, I am going to press on Alt B because this is my shortcut for opening the entire trade panel. From here, we want to take a short. Now you can also set in here the strategy preset. So let's just say that you have something else that you have already planned out for. Let's just say that it's a 140.54. You can set it up in here and that is always going to be that. For this one, I like to go in with a market order, and let's all be honest, we don't want to calculate the lot size ourselves. We want to just keep it simple. So let's just say I want to have a, let's keep it fun, 3.33% risk. Let's just set that up. Now then you can either adjust the pips or the price. I'm just going to leave it at price for now. Then you're going to get basic statistics quickly to check if everything is on place, and from that point on we're just going to be trading onto the downside. Now I'm going to skipping the candles and let's see how this goes. So this is a win for us. And of course you're going to be having all of your tools that you would expect to have in a backtest, such as the rectangle, maybe if you want to draw something, the long and short position tool. You can also have your Fibonacci, of course, which if you're going to go into the settings, you can fully adjust yourself as always. Basically, the world is yours when you're trading in TradeLens. Of course, you're going to have your measuring tool and all of the other stuff. Now, this is getting quite messy, so let's quickly move on to the analytics tab. Now, in here, obviously, we have only taken one trade, so it is not going to give you as much information. But the more trades you're going to be taking, the more analytics TradeLens is going to give you. We have a bunch of different analytics which are going to be expanded over time, and they're going to be telling you exactly what you need to change in your behavior or even just keep doing in order to make more money. Now, the interesting part about TradeLens as a whole, if we're going to go back onto the chart, TradeLens is going to journal all of your trades automatically. So let's just say that we have taken this trade, and let's just imagine that we want to take another trade, let's just say onto the upside. Let's just put it as that, want to trade something like that. Now let's select our trade. As you can see, depending on which trade we're going to be selecting, let's just say that we want to take that position one more time, TradeLens is automatically going to know that. So my point, what I wanted to say is that you can, if you really want to, also journal the trades automatically. This is one of the strongest features that TradeLens is going to give you. The way you're going to be doing that, is just simply right click on anywhere on the screen, click on settings and go to trading section. And as you can see, journal prompt and also automatic journaling. Now, I like to keep the journal prompt off just so I don't get notifications, but you can also turn that one on. And you can also select the journal that you want to journal it into. Now, that is also the reason when you're going to go into the analytics tab, it is more of a minimalistic look. It's because the entire journal itself, so when you're going to go into your journals right in here, and you go to your demo journal, which we have just done, so like right in here, you're going to get all of the analytics. Now keep in mind, I have not journaled the trade yet, so there's not going to be much information, but in here, you're going to get all of the stats that you really want to look out for. As usual, we have already talked about this in previous videos on how advanced the entire analytics will really get in TradeLens. So let's just quickly do that for the purpose of this video. So right in here, we want to take a trade, Alt B for me. We want to select the trade just to make sure. We want to risk, let's just say 1% on that trade. TradeLens automatically going to decide everything. And from here on, let's just take the trade and let's see, it's going to be a win. Once again, for the purpose of this video, let's go to all of our journals. Click on the demo one. And here, as you can see, the trade has been journaled, and from here on, we will be getting into the analytics, perhaps even looking at the TradeLens AI to tell us some more specific data on how we can improve, and so on and so on. Now, just as a quick comparison to every single major backtesting platform out there, TradeLens just basically gets you covered in every single possible sense. Now, the first thing is obviously going to be the prices. TradeLens is going to give you pretty much all of the features that all of the other backtesting platforms have, but for a much cheaper price. We believe that only having a backtesting platform is not going to cut it. You need to be able to journal all of your trades, to look into all of the analytics more specifically. Now for that, we have basically made you an entire list. The link to this exact website is also going to be in the description down below. You're going to get all of the different information that you need to know, and we're being 100% honest. This has been officially validated and thoroughly looked into, so make sure to check it out if you want the entire comparison. Now and lastly, on the top left, if you're going to go to this menu and click on affiliate program, you're going to get on the site. We are very welcoming for everybody that wants to support us along our journey and also earn money along the way. Now we are also open to discuss custom commission rates depending on what is going to work for you and us the best. And it's going to create a card for you that you can share along with your community. Now our mission is very simple. We try to give you the best trading experience that we can possibly give you. Make sure to check out all of the links in the description, and I hope to catch you very soon in the next update.